So, as we said, when you mention any muscle group on any structure in the body, you have to go with the compartments, the names first, and then after finishing naming all of them on the dorsal side and the palmar side, you have to go in and tell him the origins, insertions, functions, and innervations. Okay? Okay, so now uh, let's do it this way. Um, so start with the muscles of the lateral compartment. Okay, muscles of the lateral compartment, and they're called thenar muscles. Okay, and what thenar muscles are? If you look at your hand near your thumb, okay, if you look at your hand near your thumb, you see there's a bulge close to the base of the thumb, close to the base of the thumb. And if you look at your hand near the pinky, below it at the base, close to your ulna, you also see another thumb, another bulge. So there's two bulges, okay, and the corners of the hand, one below the thumb, okay, in the palmar region, and one below the pinky. There's like a bulge, okay, and basically I'm talking about these regions, this bulge right here, and this bulge right here, okay. Uh, these bulges are what we're going to talk about first. Okay, so laterally, when I say muscles of the lateral compartment, I mean to say right here. Here, medial compartment, closer to the body, and here, lateral compartment, away from the body. Okay? And in the lateral compartment, this bulge here, it is made up of thenar muscles. Okay? Thenar muscles. And they lie in relation to the first metacarpal bone. And in your notes, please, first compartment, lateral compartment. The next note is four thenar muscles. And the next note about them is that they rely or are found close to the first metacarpal bone. Okay? And this bulge that I talked about is called the thenar eminence. Okay? Thenar eminence. And right here, they are supplied by median nerve. Now we will study them, okay? We'll mention the names. So the first one is adductor pollicis brevis. Adductor pollicis brevis. Sorry, abductor, not adductor. Abductor pollicis brevis. Abductor pollicis brevis. And so what we know about this one, it's that the short abductor of the thumb. The short abductor of the thumb. The short abductor of the thumb. Now we're gonna hide it. The next one after it is flexor pollicis brevis. Flexor pollicis brevis. It's the short flexor of the thumb. Short flexor of the thumb. Abductor pollicis brevis. The short flexor of the thumb. Third, opponens pollicis. Opponens pollicis. Opponens pollicis. I'm gonna hide this one. Sorry, hide it. And then I'm gonna hide opponens pollicis. And finally, we have not this one, wait. Yes. Adductor pollicis, either transverse or oblique. It's the same muscle. Just say adductor pollicis. And I'm going to show you these four separately. But just to note that the last one is innervated by the ulnar nerve. The first three are innervated by median nerve. These are the four thenar muscles found in the lateral compartment of the hand. We will go over them one more time, okay? Just so that you know. So now, we said in the hand, there are two eminences, the thenar eminence and the hypothenar eminence. The thenar eminence is found laterally, away from the body. Now, what are they? Number one, adductor pollicis brevis. Number two, opponens pollicis. Number three, flexor pollicis brevis. These are innervated by the median nerve. Now, the fourth is adductor pollicis, either oblique or transverse, okay? And you can, when you look at them, if I isolate, that's the muscle. And in the note, it's seen like this. This is the adductor pollicis brevis, okay? And this one, if I isolate it, looks like that. So each muscle, if you isolate, you kind of know where it inserts and originates, okay? We will go over this soon, no problem. But I've given you the name so far. I've given you the innervations of the three, and one of them is innervated by the ulnar. Three is innervated by median, okay? This is the lateral four thenar muscles, okay? Now, muscles of the medial compartment, I just want to name them now, okay? As we said, we name and then we mention details. Muscles of the medial compartment, they are made up of three muscles, forming the hypothenar eminence, the other bulge on the hand, right here, okay? And they're arranged like this. Number one, wait, not this one. Yep. Abductor digiti minimi, abductor digiti minimi. It is the abductor of the pinky finger, okay? Abductor digiti minimi. Flexor digiti minimi brevis, flexor digiti minimi brevis. And opponens digiti minimi, opponens digiti minimi, okay? Opponens digiti minimi. And they are all innervated by the ulnar nerve. They are all innervated by the ulnar nerve. They are all innervated by the ulnar nerve. And it does make sense because the ulnar nerve is on this region and the median nerve is closer and goes this way. So ulnar and median, okay? Okay, so far so good. All right, so
Yep.
now we have finished lateral compartment, median compartment. Now we have to go to intermediate compartment in this region. Intermediate compartment in this region, okay? And so I'm gonna reduce some muscles, or no, just keep it as it is. And I'm going to just remove the ones that we don't need. So now, let me just remove these we don't need. We just need muscles of the hand. Okay. So now I'm in the intermediate compartment. The intermediate compartment, it contains the lumbrical muscles and interosseous muscles. The lumbrical muscles, they are muscles that arise from tendon of digitorum profundus. Remember the deep muscle that goes to the tip? They arise from there. And the lumbricals are those here. These are the lumbricals. First, second, third, and fourth. Okay? There are four. Lumbricals are four, and they're the first group of the intermediate. First, second, third, and fourth. And I'm gonna hide them for you. Okay. And see now, they're located in the palm. Remember, lumbricals are located in the palm. Okay. Now, these ones that you see originally here, we have already finished. Okay. These are the thenar. Okay, we're done with those. These are the hypotenars. We're done with those. And now I want to show you sorry, just give me a second. I'm going to show you only the lumbricals and how they are situated, because now we're at this stage. First muscles that we took in the intermediate compartment. And look, lumbricals, they arise from the tendon of digitorum profundus, the deep one that goes. So I'm going to hide it. Now what's left to us is the lumbricals. Okay, I'm going to hide the hypotenars right here. And so now we are in the palm region. We're slowly finishing off the hand muscles. So we have first lumbrical, second lumbrical, third lumbrical, and fourth lumbrical. And they are muscles found in the palm, and they arise from the tendon of flexor digitorum profundus. Okay, so if I
يعني
hide,
should we should we write lumbrical 1 2 3 4 ولا بس
yes,
نكتب انه في 4؟
lumbrical 1, lumbrical 2, lumbrical 3, lumbrical 4. Yes, therefore. And one is found closer to metacarpal 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 from lateral to medial. Deal? Okay. Of course, I didn't hide this. That's part of the hypothenar. Thinner, sorry, thinner. Okay. So now the muscles left for us in the hand is the interosseous muscles. They are muscles filling the spaces between the metacarpal bones, and they include 4 palmar interosseous and 4 dorsal. The lumbricals are only found on the palmar, remember? Here in the interosseous, they're found on the palmar and the dorsal sides. Okay? So, first dorsal interosseous, see this is on the other side, dorsal. Okay? First palmar, second dorsal, see? So, you have to know this one is dorsal. So, I'm going to look at it from here. This one is dorsal. This one is dorsal. And this one is dorsal. So, I'm going to hide the dorsal ones, and you can see now the palmar ones. That's why there are palmar and dorsal. Okay,
Did you say 3 palmar and 4 dorsal?
it's 4-4, but I don't think.
Oh,
Let me see
okay.
if I can find them here. I don't know if the animation. Yes, no, that's lumbricals. That's not it. Yes, it shows here that there is 3 and 4, but just remember it's 4-4. Okay, these are the muscles of the hand. You're done. So again, the muscles of the hand, they are thinner, hypothenar, and intermediate. The lateral, the medial, and the intermediate. The lateral are called thenar muscles and made up of 4. And the thenar muscles form the thenar eminence. The hypothenar muscles are made up of 3, and they form the hypothenar eminence. The thenar muscles are abductor pollicis brevis, opponens pollicis, flexor pollicis brevis, and finally adductor pollicis. Okay? And a very good way to memorize, look, there's an abductor and there's an adductor. So abductor pollicis brevis, okay, and adductor pollicis, either oblique or transverse. This is the opposite. They do opposite functions. Okay, so I'm gonna hide them. And then there is opponens pollicis and flexor pollicis brevis. Okay, that's it. On the other side, you have abductor digiti minimi opponens digiti minimi, right here, and flexor digiti minimi brevis. Okay. Intermediate, the lumbricals and the interosseous. The lumbricals are found, four of them. One, yes, one, two, three, four, found in the palm. The interosseous, they fill the gaps between the metacarpal. Either they are a palmar or dorsal. Four, four. Okay, that's it. So now you have cleared the hand. You have cleared the hand. And these are the tendons of muscles in the forearm. I'm just clearing them. We have already studied them yesterday. Okay, so you get the idea. Now, like yesterday, near the name, you're just gonna write origin, one word, insertion, one word, nerve innervation, one word, action, one word. Okay? Now, for thenar muscles, let's start. Abductor, abductor pollicis brevis. The abductor pollicis brevis, the abductor pollicis brevis, just say scaphoid and trapezium bones. Origin. Scaphoid and trapezium bones. Origin. You can see here scaphoid and trapezium. And I know it might be really hard to memorize all the details for all the muscles, but look, if you already know where it's kind of situated, you kind of know where it does originate from and where it inserts. Okay? Insertion. Insertion. Base of proximal phalanx of first digit. Okay? Action from the name. It abducts the thumb. Abductor abducts. Pollicis, thumb. Brevis, short. The short abductor of the thumb. Okay. Nerve supply, median nerve. We already know this. Okay, so I'm gonna hide this one. Now, opponent's pollicis. Opponent's pollicis from trapezium to shaft of first metacarpal. Trapezium to shaft of first metacarpal. Okay. And what it does, what's the function of this one? It causes the thumb to oppose these fingers. And you can see it here in the notes. See, that's what it does. Opponents. Opponents pollicis. Opponents. So it makes the thumb become opposite to the fingers. Opponents pollicis. Opposite to the fingers. So the thumb, opponents pollicis, is the muscle that causes the thumb pollicis to be opposite opponents to the fingers. Okay? Opponents pollicis. Deal? Again, median nerve. Okay, hide this one. Isolate. Flexor pollicis brevis. If it's brevis, it's short. Flexor pollicis brevis, it's short. So there is flexor pollicis longus. Where was it? It was in the deep compartment. In the flexor, it was in the deep layer of the flexor compartment of the forearm. We studied it yesterday. It extends into the thumb. It's in the deep layer. If you check your notes from yesterday, if you check your notes from yesterday right now, you go to the deep layer in the flexor compartment. Go to the flexor compartment number one, flexor compartment, or flexor or the anterior side of the forearm. Then you have three groups: superficial, intermediate, deep. If you go to the deep, we wrote three muscles. And one of them was flexor pollicis longus. And this one, if there's longus, I told you there's brevis. Longus is part of the muscles of the forearm there. Brevis, flexor pollicis brevis, is part of the thenar muscles in the hand. So this is why you have brevis here, okay? So now, the origin, the origin, capitate and trapezium, capitate and trapezium, okay? And insertion, base of proximal phalanx of thumb, base of proximal phalanx of thumb. Base of proximal phalanx of the thumb. And the nerve is median nerve. Okay.
And the action.
Yes, the action, it flexes. خلاص, just say it flexes the thumb. Flexor pollicis brevis, the short flexor of the thumb from the name. You don't even need to write it. Flexor pollicis brevis is the short flexor of the thumb. It flexes the thumb. Okay. يعني when you form a fist to fight, look at the shape of your thumb, and you can feel that there's some sort of a muscle action there. Some sort of a muscle action there. What does it do? It flexes the thumb. Okay. And finally, I'm going to show you this one. You can select multiple, and I'm going to isolate. And look, sorry, I can't see it, but okay. If, how can I show you this? Wait. If I'm going to, so the last muscle of this group is this one, the adductor pollicis. The adductor pollicis. The adductor pollicis. The adductor pollicis. The adductor pollicis, either transverse or oblique, right? Transverse means it goes this way. Oblique, it's slanting. That's why it's oblique and transverse. So adductor pollicis, it adds the thumb towards the hand. Adductor. Adductor pollicis adducts the thumb. End of discussion. That's the action. Okay. Now, origin, the two heads, there are two, so there will be two origins. Okay. Oblique head, you can see. The oblique head arises from capitate. It doesn't say here, but it arises from capitate and base of 2 and 3. You can see it. Base of 2 and 3. The transverse originates from shaft of third metacarpal. Third metacarpal. And they both insert into the proximal phalanx of the thumb. And if these contract, what do? If they contract, they pull this towards the hand. So they adduct the thumb. That's it. This is the thenar muscles, 4 of them. Adductor pollicis, oblique and transverse. Flexor pollicis brevis, which is the second one with flexor pollicis longus. And then the third is opponens pollicis. And then there's one more. It was called abductor pollicis of the thumb, okay? Abductor pollicis of the thumb. Of course, brevis. Okay? If there's abductor pollicis brevis, there should be an abductor pollicis longus. And I'll show you where this was. It is in the extensor compartment deep layer. The deep. Here. Where is it? Here. Abductor pollicis longus. It was in the extensor compartment. It's in your notes. If you go to your notes yesterday, you go to the extensor side, you go to the deep layer, and you will find abductor pollicis longus. Always a brevis. It's a good revision to remember where the longus was. If you remember brevis, try to see where the longus was. If there's a longus, try to remember where the brevis was. This way you can never, you can train yourself more. Okay? All right. Now the next one is medial compartment, which is the hypothenar. Oh yes, the opponents. I'm sorry. We skipped the opponents. So the opponents is here.
We did
No,
it.
no, we did it. We did the opponent.
Yes.
We did the opponents. Habiba, we did the opponents. Starts at the trapezium, ends at the shaft of metacarpal 1. And what it does, the action, it opponents pollicis. So it causes the thumb to be opposite to the fingers. And when I read it, I said the notes are here. The action is this one. We finish this one. Okay. Next, hypothenar. The hypothenar. Hypothenar, we have abductor digiti minimi of the hand. Abductor digiti minimi of the hand. Of course, pisiform. Abductor digiti minimi of the hand originates from pisiform. Inserts into proximal phalanx base. Proximal phalanx base. Okay. Nerve supply. Nerve supply. Ulnar. We already said that. What it does? Abductor digiti minimi. What does it do? Abducts the small finger. خلاص. End of discussion.
Haytham, you know the first and the fifth finger.
Yes.
Do they have special names like in the foot? Like we have hallux in the foot.
Yes, digiti minimi for the finger, small finger.
Mm,
And for the thumb, it's pollicis.
okay.
Okay. And for index finger, indices. Okay. Now, the one after it, flexor digiti minimi brevis. Flexor digiti minimi brevis. Flexor digiti minimi brevis. Okay. Flexor digiti minimi brevis. And origin from hook of Hammett. That's it. From hook of Hammett. Insertion, proximal phalanx. Proximal phalanx. What does it do? If it's called flexor digiti minimi, it flexes small little finger. خلاص. Okay. And innervation, we know, ulnar nerve. Now, you might be wondering, oh, we have a brevis. Do we have a flexor digiti minimi longus? Longus in this case, in this one here, flexor digiti minimi longus, it's a rare. It's a rare muscle. Okay. Sometimes present, sometimes not. Okay. It's an extra muscle. But Remember, flex digit minimi brevis. Okay, flex is the small finger, innervate by ulnar. And opponents digit minimi. What does it? What if you're telling me opponents? What can opponents digit minimi do? It will cause. It will cause opponents digit minimi. It will cause. If it contracts, it can cause this finger to oppose the fingers. Try. It opposes the fingers. Okay, that's what it does.
Oppose the
Originate.
fingers, يعني not the small finger only.
No, 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 bro. A small finger only. This one.
Mm.
It can become here. It opposes them.
Yes. Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Originate, hook of hamate. Insert, fifth metacarpal. Innervation and action we know. Ulnar nerve and opposite the fingers. Okay. Now we come to the intermediate. The intermediate. For the for the intermediate, I just want to do the innervation and action. That's it. I don't want to do more. Okay. The innervation and the action. No origin insertion. I don't need it because it's too much. All right. Just be clever in your answering. Take it slow, and you'll be for sure that he just moves on. Okay. Right. Now, um, lumbricals. Lumbricals. In general, in general, look at here in the notes. Flexion of metacarpophalangeal joints and extension of interphalangeal joints. What does it do? It helps you hold a pencil. So if it flexes, look, if it flexes these and extends these, don't you have this? Now this is flexed. These are extended. خلاص. You have a hand position holding a pencil. Lumbricals, okay? So remember, the lumbricals are the ones that help you hold the pencil. How? It flexes metacarpophalangeal joints here, and extends the interphalangeal joints 1 and 2 to hold the pencil. That's the lumbricals. Now, the innervation is a little bit weird. Medial, sorry, lateral 2 by median, medial 2 by ulna. So here ulnar, here median. So median innervates this, ulnar innervates that. So lateral 2 by median nerve, medial 2 by ulnar nerve. خلاص. Okay, I'll stop there. خلاص. Forget the interosseous. Just remember, there's 4 dorsal, 4 palmar. Okay, this is the end of this point. So remember, I will say it again, guys. When you start with a very tough issue like this, okay, there's a lot of detail that you can go into. Okay, the easiest thing to do and start with, and you can save yourself so much hassle, is to start by mentioning how the muscles are divided into lateral, medial, and intermediate. Okay, and on your hand, there is the medial compartment, which is the hypothenar, the lateral compartment, which is the thenar, and the intermediate compartment made up of lumbricals and interosseous. Okay, the thenars on the lateral compartment are made up of 4 abductor pollicis, brevis, adductor pollicis, which is transverse and oblique, the opponens pollicis, and I think flexor pollicis brevis. Okay, these are the four. The hypothenar and the three, except for the adductor pollicis, which is made up of oblique and transverse. The oblique, this one is innervated by ulnar. The other three, the first three, is by median. Okay, we know the origins, we know the insertions, خلاص. Okay, but you always leave the details to the last. I name them now. Hypothenar, three muscles to name. Flexor digiti minimi brevis, opponens digiti minimi, and the abductor, I think, or the adductor. One second.
Yes, abductor.
Abductor digiti minimi, right?
Mm.
Okay. So now we have done. Now the intermediate divided into lumbricals. You start by saying um, they are found on the palmar. There's lumbrical 1, lumbrical 2, lumbrical 3, number 4. And it starts from most lateral to the most medial. The most lateral, which is lumbrical 1, is found on metacarpal 2, and 4, lumbrical 4 is found on metacarpal 5. Now you go to the interosseous. The interosseous is found to be 4 on the palmar end and 4 on the uh, dorsal end, and their function is to fill in the 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 spaces between the metacarpal bones. Now, خلاص, look how much I've said. You can go further and start by saying, okay, now I will start and talk about the innervations, مثلا, of all. Okay. Um, and you start by saying this is innervated by this group is innervated by that, this group is innervated by this. And then you go further and say, okay, I will start to talk about now origins and insertions for each and the action, مثلا. Or you can talk about the action previously. But try as much as you can to leave the origin and insertion to the last. Okay? Because it's the most detailed and your brain might forget it. Okay? D? خلاص? Okay, this is the hand. This is the hand.